Hi everybody, it's your favorite TK teacher, Mrs. Yorenda. Wait, well I guess I'm the only TK teacher at John Sweat. Anyway, I'm here with my trusty sidekick Monty, and we wanted to pop in today and say hello and happy St. Patrick's Day. I hope that somebody caught a leprechaun last night with all those wonderful traps that you built. Because it's St. Patrick's Day, I wanted to read to you one of my favorite St. Patrick's Day stories. And at the end of the story, I'm going to be reaching into my basket and asking you some questions. So hopefully you're paying attention. Also at the end of this video, I'm going to be offering some tips and tricks to your parents to keep you little leprechauns out of mischief. All right, let's get started. My favorite St. Patrick's Day story is The Gingerbread Man and the Leprechaun Loose at School. If you know this song, please sing with me. These are my glasses, this is my book. I put on my glasses and open up my book. Then I read, and I look. Then I take off my glasses and think about my book. All right, this one, you know this song too. Here we go. The author wrote the book. The author wrote the book. Hi-ho the dairy-o, the author wrote the book. The illustrator drew the pictures. The illustrator drew the pictures. Hi-ho the dairy-o, the illustrator drew the pictures. All right, boys and girls, what is this called? You guessed it, the front cover. What about this? That's right, it's a spine. All right, friends, what about this? Awesome job, it's the back cover. All right, let's get started reading this book. And remember, I need you to pay close attention because I'm going to be asking you some questions at the end.
All right, today's story is The Gingerbread Man and the Leprechaun Loose at School by Laura Murray, illustrated by Mike Lowry. And we're going to be reading the story with my trusty sidekick, Monty. Monty, are you ready for the story? Yeah, he is. All right, let's turn the page. And there's the title page. One Monday in March, the mischief began with a hee from a wee little man. I wonder who that little man could be. We heard the sly laugh as he raced down the hall. Then he paused by our door with a wink and a call. Fo fiddly fee, you can't catch me, for I'm a leprechaun on a mess-making spree. I'm crafty and keen, I'm nimble and quick. I love to make mischief or play a good trick. Boys and girls, did you have a leprechaun at your house last night? We sure did. We rushed to the hall. He was nowhere in sight, but some tiny green shamrocks trailed off to the right. It seems that our school has an unwanted guest, a magical, mischievous leprechaun pest. We quietly tiptoed our way down the hall, then spied a small message taped on the wall. Let's read his message, boys and girls. The woodwinds, the strings, percussion, and brass are turned topsy-turvy awaiting your class. Oh no, I think the leprechaun may have destroyed their class. Let's read to find out more. Music, I whispered. The band room's this way. But when we arrived, we all stared in dismay. Boys and girls, what are those called? That's right, exclamation points. That means that these friends in the story are having strong feeling. The sheets were all scattered. The tubas were tipped. The trumpets, violas, and flutes were all flipped. That's what the leprechaun did at our house last night. He made a big mess in our living room. Sneaky leprechaun. And there on the board was another green note. I grabbed it and read it out his rascally quote. Fo fiddly fee, you can't catch me, for I'm as clever can be. This musical mess is just the first one. It's rollicking, frolicking leprechaun fun. Let's tidy this room and then plan what to do before he comes back and makes mess number 2. After our lunchtime, we'll work on a trap. Someone must capture that small, cheeky chap. Boys and girls, remember when we made our traps? I hope you set yours out last night, and hopefully you caught a leprechaun, because we really could use some wishes right now. I slipped from the lunch line and went for a stroll to prowl all the hallways on prankster patrol. I'll search this school as fast as I can. I can catch him. I'm the gingerbread man. Oh boy, look at that. I'm spotting something on the hall. What do you think that means? I think the leprechaun was there. I spotted more shamrocks, and then I heard a new noise. Uh-oh, where do you think he is now? Let's read to find out. I pushed on a door with a sign that said boys. Did the leprechaun go into the boys' bathroom? The place was a mess. Then I yelled with a blush, "Where are your manners? Remember to flush!" Oh, that's the exact same thing that he did at our house last night. He peed in our potty and he didn't flush it. I glanced in the mirror, then spied his green note. I quickly retrieved it and read what he wrote. Let's see what his note says. Faux fiddly fee, you can't catch me, for I'm as sneaky can be. I placed all the books in my favorite shape and planned a few hijinks before my escape. He's loose in the library. This is not good. He won't treat the books the way that we should. I'm on the case, I said as I ran. I can catch him. I'm the gingerbread man. Boys and girls, do you think the gingerbread man can catch that sneaky leprechaun? Let's read to find out more. The books were all stacked in a rainbow display. They teetered and tottered and started to sway. Down they came in an avalanche slide. They toppled so fast, oh no, I had no time to hide. Then, under the pile, I was startled to find something important that he'd left behind. Boys and girls, look at that picture. What's something that he left behind? Oh, that's right. He left his little green hat. Beside his green note was a little lost hat. I'm betting that he might be looking for that. I sprang from the books and I grabbed his hat too. Then I opened the message to read his next clue. Monty, what do you think his next clue is going to be? I'm not sure either. We'll have to read to find out. Faux fiddly fee, you can't catch me, for I'm as tricky can be. The lunchroom, a classroom, which place should I go? Or how about a house made from gingerbread dough? Who lives in a house made from gingerbread dough? That's right, the gingerbread man. My classroom, my house, I must get there first. I sped them down the hall in a super fast burst. Show me your super fast burst. I'm on a mission. I've got a good plan. I can catch him. I'm the gingerbread man. Everybody show me your muscles and say gingerbread man. That's awesome. I reached our door quickly, no sign of the elf, so I gathered supplies from our low closet shelf. I grabbed all the pencils, a ruler, and glue, and then I found toilet tissue and pulled it down too. Wow, they're lucky that they can find toilet paper. It's pretty hard to find right now. I set up my trap and then I heard a small giggle. I peered out the door and saw the knob jiggle. Uh-oh, here he comes. Faux fiddly fee, ha ha hee hee. Is that my magical hat that I see? Uh-oh. Now think about the gingerbread man. He gathered up all of those supplies to make a trap. What kind of trap do you think that he built? Tell someone that you're sitting next to what kind of trap you think that he built. With a glint in his eye, he skipped through the door, not noticing glue that was spread on the floor. Slipping and sliding, his arms whirled around as he log rolled on pencils laid out on the ground. Uh-oh, so he used the glue to make it sticky on the floor, and then he laid out the pencils. Clever gingerbread man. He landed on top of the measuring stick. The ruler popped up and it gave him a flip. Oh, so here's his trap that he made, if you guys can see. So he used glue on the floor. He put pencils down. He used the ruler to smack that little leprechaun. and then the crayons were on the other side, and then the cup fell on top. He slid down a mountain of soft tissue rolls, but his shoes were so sticky it stuck to his soles. Flipping and flopping, he spun round and round. Then, wrapped like a mummy, he rolled to the ground. Uh-oh. Did you guys think that the gingerbread man was going to be able to catch that sneaky leprechaun? If you thought so, your prediction was confirmed. And if you didn't think he was going to be able to catch that sneaky leprechaun, then your prediction was disconfirmed, and that's okay. The important thing is that we're thinking about the book. Let's read to find out what happens next. The trap did the trick. I pulled off my plan. Hello, leprechaun, I'm the gingerbread man. Fo fiddly fee, oh my, oh me, this is a bind that I did not foresee. I'm happy to help you, but first you must say you'll fix up the messes you've left here today. Okay, little cookie, so crafty and keen, just hand me my hat and I promise to clean. Boys and girls, do you think the gingerbread man should hand the leprechaun his hat? Or do you think he might be tricking him? I think he might be tricking him. That's quite a good trick, but I'm smarter than that. You must do it first, and then I'll give you your hat. Boy, that gingerbread man is quite clever. Oh, you're pretty clever as me. He winked and then said, may your school be mess-free. All right, let me turn the page and see how sparkling clean this classroom is now. With a pop and a crackle of shimmering green, the mess disappeared and the classroom was, that's right, clean. So I pulled on the tissue and spun him around, and then he sprang to his hat with a leap and a bound. He sang out, I'm free, as my classmates came in. Then he did a quick jig with a wave and a grin. Do you know what a jig is? That means he did a little silly dance. Can you do a silly leprechaun dance? It's time to be going. My mischief is done, but I'll visit next March with more leprechaun fun. And there he goes. So they're going to have to set some awesome traps next March, try to catch him before he makes another mess. I'm up for the challenge. We'll have a new plan. Bring it on, leprechaun. I'm the, everyone show your muscles, gingerbread man. Monty, what did you think of that story? I think you really enjoyed it. If you enjoyed the story, you're going to give a thumbs up. If you thought it was okay, you're going to put your thumb in the middle. And if you didn't really enjoy it, you can give it a thumbs down. Thank you, everybody, for listening to my favorite story. Wishing you a happy St. Patrick's Day.
All right, boys and girls. Well, I hope you enjoyed my favorite St. Patrick's Day story today. And like I said at the beginning of the video, I'm going to be asking you some questions. So hopefully you are paying attention and can help me with the answers. Let me dig into my basket and find our first question. All right, the first question is, where is the setting? Where did this story take place? Was it in a house? Was it in a forest? Oh, you're right. It was at a school. So the setting was at the school. All right, let's find another question. Let's see here. Next question. Who are the characters? So I want you to think about the main characters of this story. Who were they? Was it a teacher? No. Was it Monty? No. You're right. One of the main characters was a sneaky leprechaun. Hopefully we'll catch him next March. Okay, now think about it. Who was another main character in this story? He was brown? That's right. He was the gingerbread man. There he is right there. All right, time to reach in for another question. Okay, the next question is, what was the problem? So what was the problem in this story? Let's think about it. You're so amazing. That's right. He kept making messes everywhere in the school. So The problem was he kept making messes and they couldn't trap him. Well, I guess they did at the end, right? All right, the last question in my question basket. Can you think of a different ending to this story? So boys and girls, this is where you can use your imaginations and come up with your own endings. If you have some paper and some pencils at home, then you can go ahead and write your own story or your own ending. Maybe the leprechaun doesn't get trapped. Maybe he runs away. Or maybe the gingerbread man makes a different type of trap and doesn't roll him up like a mummy, but maybe he puts him in a cage. So parents, now it's time for some tips and tricks to keep your little leprechauns out of mischief. Children love to create things, and you can use anything that you have around your house. I searched in my recycling bin, and I found lots of goodies. So a way that you could extend the story is you can have your child either build a leprechaun trap or a cage, or you can have your child make a home, for a gingerbread man. I'm sure you have plenty of these at home. Your children love to cut these up and use them for many different things. If you have little bags at home, this could easily get turned into a cute little gingerbread house. Boxes. Students love to cut and to decorate boxes. It'll keep them busy for hours, I promise you. I found lots of boxes. Foil. So there's so many different possibilities just using things around your home. So after this story, you might want to tell your child to build a home for the gingerbread man or to build a different type of trap to catch a leprechaun for next year. Going along with the ending of the story and creating your own ending, I had my girls use something that, again, is found in our home, some Play-Doh, and they created their very own characters for the story. And then they can come up with different endings.
We hear something in the bathroom.
Oh my goodness, guys.
The toilet paper ran out.
My girls are yelling at me that there's something in the bathroom and that there's no toilet paper. I think that sneaky leprechaun is back. I gotta go. Until next time, guys, have fun. Bye.
So one more activity that you can do at home is this awesome green scavenger hunt. I found it on happyhomefairy.com. It uses things that you can find around your house. Thanks again for listening to Read Alouds with Monty. I hope to see you next time.